I'm not hearing much support tonight for Mayor Coyne's policies, but and I also want to ask a question, though, about his style. As you know, he's an extremely outspoken guy, strong opinions. How do you feel about his style and how it plays with council, how it plays with the voters, whether it brings the city together or divides the city? Does he consult enough? Is he open enough to ideas from council or the public? And then for that matter, is council open enough to him and communicate enough with him? Let's see, Julie first on this one, if I remember. Let's do it.
I think his style is divisive. I don't think the residents respond well to it or the council themselves. I think if he could, I guess, not be so in your face, people could sit down and negotiate more. The way he is, it's more of like a bully type mentality, and that just doesn't go over well with people.
Thank you, Jack.
Well, actually, I'd like to take a moment and say, I'm not about bashing the mayor. I know the job's tough. His style is tough. It's not for everybody. I disagree with him a lot. I'll have no problem. He'll tell you. I argued with him to his face. I don't want to blame it all on him, though, because we get back to this communications piece, and I think there's a lot of frustration when people say, oh, there's only one choice at council and they vote yes or no on the idea. Okay, then it's council's responsibility to bring something else to the table to be able to look at as an option. And I think that piece has been missing for a while. So it's easy to take pot shots at somebody that's at the top. You got to look at the whole situation, and it isn't broken in the communications just from the mayor. I mean, yes, he can be overbearing at times. We all can. But the bottom line is when somebody comes up forth with a proposal, you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. And when he's bringing it to council, if they don't agree with the solution, then come forth with something else. And then if those two can't meet, then it really truly is time to replace some of the positions on there, which is why we're all running.
Okay, Mike?
Clearly, there has to be communications on both sides of the fence. And it's been lacking on both sides. For example, when Mayor vetoed the tax, he said, I knew nothing about it. Council didn't even discuss this with me. I'm vetoing it. And he was very adamant about that. But the reality of the fact was, when he cut off grass clippings and when he shut the rec center, he didn't tell council he was doing that either. He just did it. And the council members got phone calls off the wall. They're like, he did what? You know? So the communication's got to be on both sides of the fence. And yes, he is very difficult to work with at times. And I've had some issues with him, and I've had some successes with him over the years. And a lot of times I can tell when he doesn't agree with me because he'll say, God bless Mike, and that's the end of his email or something to that effect. But whether we like it or not, we've got to work with him for 2 years. And I think I'm apt to do that. You know, I'll be a voice of reason to make that work as best I can.
Jeff?
I think everybody could say with 100% certainty that the mayor's style was direct, may be viewed as brash at times, may be viewed as abrupt, and a few other adjectives. But I think one thing that is clear is that there are some communication gaps, plain and simple, between council and the mayor right now. And none of us are up here running for mayor. We're running for city council. And I think all of us want to improve that communication gap there. There's communication gaps within council right now, and it's obvious. If you have watched a council meeting and if you've seen how they interact with each other, you don't have to agree on every issue, but you have to be able to communicate the pros, the cons, in a common sense, courteous manner. And that's not happening there. And because that's not happening, our city is not moving forward. So we do need changes on council. We do need people that can take, you know, a brash hit from the mayor once in a while, but also give it back in a healthy yet constructive manner there.
Okay, any follow-ups from Julie first?
Yeah, I'd just like to clarify, I'm not bashing the mayor.
No.
No, we didn't. Okay.
Just if anybody out there, you know, twist my words that way. I'm just trying to say, you know, his style is not for everybody. And there is a major communication problem within council, and the my way or the highway from both sides is a problem. There needs to be more compromise.
Jeff?
Yeah, I agree. Again, I don't want to bash either. I mean, there's a lot of things I disagree with the mayor on, and he knows it. I mean, I've been honest enough to tell him, but I don't go around behind him to say it. I will talk directly to him on what I feel, and I think most of us feel that way. He might not like it, but we're going to put it out there. One of the things that we've been noticing, the four of us, as we attend these council meetings, is a lack of dignity and respect for each other, and something that we've all touched on some of our blogs and things, that when people give an opinion, the mayor is a guest at the council meeting. He's not actually the council person. He's sitting there, and yet the personal bashing goes on about him, about fellow members of council. That has got to stop. We've got to act more professional in order to get respect back to that council chamber.
Okay, Mike?
I would agree with that.
And Jeff?
No further comment needed.
Okay.